Hello everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the iPhone. I've been using the iPhone 6 for about 3 years, I think, ever since release. And I recently upgraded to the iPhone XS Max, which is the super big one. And I just wanted to cover the main differences that have affected me personally about these phones. The nice thing about the iPhone 6 was its size. It was relatively small, it's compact, and the nice thing about it was I liked the round edges. It was just nice to hold. It was a little bit slippery, that was the problem, but it was a very nice phone to hold. But the iPhone 6, it's getting a little bit dated, so I thought, might as well get the upgrade. However, there was another reason why I got the iPhone XS Max over the regular XS, and that is because of the dual SIM capabilities. The nice thing about the iPhone XS Max is that it has dual SIM capability, so I can put 2 SIM cards inside, and I bought the Hong Kong edition. So the Hong Kong edition allows me to put 2 physical SIMs instead of like the rest of the world you get like an eSIM and a physical SIM. I'm going to show you how the physical SIM works, because the SIM tray is a little bit different from like Android phones where there's just like two slots to put in your 2 SIM cards. This one only has 1 slot, so it's a little bit weird, but I'm just going to show you that now. So here is a small size comparison first to just let you understand the size difference between the two iPhones. So this again is the 6 and this is the XS Max. So you can see I'm going to put on top of each other, and that is the size difference. It's quite a lot larger. It's quite a bit bigger, but the main thing is the screen size, because you can see that the screen size over here is a lot bigger compared to this miniature screen size here. So that is definitely very nice. And you can probably tell over here that there are 2 carriers. You can, sorry for the reflection, but you can see there that I have 2 carriers on the top over here. But anyway, let's talk about the SIM card. So as usual, there's the SIM card tray at the side. You just pop it open. Once the SIM card tray is open, you're going to notice that it's only a single SIM card tray. But what you don't notice is at the back, you pop in another SIM card. So I'm going to remove both SIM cards to show you the tray by itself. So once you remove the tray, you're going to see that, it just looks like a regular single SIM card tray from the front. But when you flip it to the back, you're going to see that there's like another slot. So it's kind of weird, but it sort of works. For the top, it's quite simple. You just put in your regular SIM card, you boop, and voila, so you pop it in, and then you have to flip it to the other side, and then you have to pop in your second SIM card, which I'll show you now. You just pop it in like that, boop, and that is done, It's relatively simple. However, for the untrained eye, you probably wouldn't have noticed that you can put 2 SIM cards. So again, this is only for the Chinese, the Macau, and the Hong Kong versions of the iPhone XS Max, as well as the iPhone XR. Only those 2 phones have this capability. The regular iPhone XS does not have the dual SIM capability. It has a regular eSIM and then a regular physical SIM. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so after we've done that, then you just pop it back into your SIM tray over here. Once you pop in the SIM tray, it's going to detect that your SIM card's been, it's going to be searching, and then it's immediately going to pop up with your 2 carriers. So if it's your first time putting the SIM card, it's going to prompt up this page that's going to look like this, and it's just going to ask you like, oh, for the second SIM card, do you want it to be activated as a number, or do you only want to use it for cellular data? So this is extremely useful for me because I travel overseas quite often. And so for example, if I go to Japan or if I go to Hong Kong, since the carriers are different between China and Hong Kong, it's just more convenient for me. That way I can have 2 SIM cards and I can just switch it immediately. While if I used my old phone, the iPhone 6, every time I went to Hong Kong, I'd have to physically take out the SIM card and then switch to my Hong Kong SIM card in order to have it work, on the Hong Kong cellular network. While with the new iPhone XS Max, I can just walk into Hong Kong, and then through the software, I can just immediately swap over, say that all incoming calls will come from my Hong Kong SIM card instead of the Chinese SIM card. So, it's quite convenient. And another thing that I really liked is obviously the bump in speed. My iPhone 6 was getting a little bit slow. The new update definitely sped a lot of things up, but even then, you know, my battery is a little bit, it's a little bit short now, especially since I didn't get the battery change. There was a free battery change for the iPhone 6s, but I never got it because, you know, that's effort. I'm lazy. So instead, I just directly upgraded to the new iPhone. Overall, my first impressions are really good. I really like Face ID. I was a bit worried because there was no fingerprint sensor because I've gotten so used to it. Switching over to the new iPhone XS Max was really easy actually. And you know, another thing that I was also worried about before purchasing was the size of the phone. I don't know, like for my hand, I think it's perfectly fine. Like, you know, unlocking the phone, swiping up to me is relatively simple. It's not much of a problem. But I can definitely see if you have a smaller hand, you might want to stick with the small, you know, the regular XS or even just the 10 if you have that. But the upgrade was definitely very nice, especially since I was using such an old phone before. And then obviously another thing they upgraded was the camera, especially coming from a 6. You know, the camera here is much better. The front facing camera here is 1080p 60 fps, so that's also really nice for me. So yeah, I'm gonna be bringing this phone with me to my Japan trip, and I'll be vlogging and doing everything with this phone instead of using this this camera that I'm recording with, which is the Sony WX500. So this camera obviously is still very good, but it's just more convenient to just carry a phone and just walk around and vlog with it. So that's it, guys. You know, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the phones. I do have the Hong Kong edition, so it's definitely very nice to have 2 physical SIMs. But anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heels that boost so